Welcome to today's video on Buddhism and family life. In this video, we'll explore how the timeless teachings of Buddhism can be applied to create more harmonious, loving, and mindful relationships within the family. Whether you're a parent, a spouse, or a family member seeking to strengthen your bonds, the principles of Buddhism offer practical wisdom for nurturing peace, understanding, and connection. We'll dive into how compassion, mindfulness, and patience can transform the way we interact with our loved ones, resolve conflicts, and raise children in a loving environment. We'll also look at the importance of shared spiritual practices, how to integrate forgiveness and gratitude into daily life, and how to build a family that thrives emotionally and spiritually. If you're ready to discover how Buddhist teachings can bring more peace and love into your family life, hit that subscribe button and let's get started on this journey toward building stronger, more compassionate relationships. Family is the cornerstone of human society, a place where bonds are formed, values are learned, and lives are nurtured. In every family, whether large or small, we often strive for love, peace, and understanding. But maintaining these qualities in today's fast-paced world can be challenging. This is where Buddhism, with its emphasis on mindfulness, compassion, and wisdom, offers valuable guidance. The teachings of Buddhism can help us cultivate not just our own personal growth, but also create a harmonious and loving environment for our families. At the heart of Buddhism lies the belief in compassion and the desire to alleviate suffering for oneself and others. This extends naturally to the family setting, where every member is bound to face challenges, whether it's communication issues, misunderstandings, or differing expectations. Buddhist principles provide a clear path to resolving conflicts and fostering a sense of peace and balance within the home. The practice of mindfulness, for example, helps us to be present with our loved ones, allowing us to listen without judgment, respond with kindness, and act with patience. This simple yet powerful practice can transform the way we interact with our family members, ensuring that we create a supportive and loving environment. But Buddhism doesn't only offer tools for resolving conflicts. It also offers a framework for raising children in a way that nurtures their hearts and minds. Buddhist teachings encourage us to raise children not with fear or force, but with love, wisdom, and respect. By embodying values such as kindness, respect, and mindfulness, we can teach our children to live lives filled with compassion and wisdom. Moreover, Buddhism emphasizes the importance of teaching by example. Children learn not only from what we say, but from what we do. This means that as parents or guardians, our actions in our daily lives, how we interact with others, how we handle stress, how we show love, serve as the greatest teaching tools. The Buddhist view of family is also rooted in interconnectedness. It reminds us that we are not isolated individuals, but part of a larger community. This sense of community extends beyond the immediate family to include the extended family, friends, and even the wider society. By living in harmony with these values, we can foster not only inner peace, but also peace within our family, which can then ripple out to the wider community. In this video, we'll explore how Buddhist principles can help improve family relationships, from maintaining harmony to raising children in a loving and mindful environment. Whether you're looking to strengthen your bond with your partner, deepen your relationship with your children, or simply create a more peaceful atmosphere at home, the teachings of Buddhism offer timeless wisdom that can guide us toward greater happiness and fulfillment in family life. So let's dive into how we can bring the wisdom of Buddhism into our daily lives and build a family foundation rooted in love, understanding, and spiritual growth. Section 1. The role of compassion in family life. Compassion is at the core of Buddhism, and it is a quality that can transform every aspect of our lives, especially our relationships within the family. In Buddhist teachings, compassion, karuna, means the deep desire to alleviate the suffering of others and to act with kindness, understanding, and care. When we approach our family life with compassion, it allows us to foster a nurturing environment where every member feels valued, heard, and supported. In family relationships, misunderstandings and conflicts are inevitable. However, when we practice compassion, we respond to these challenges not with anger or frustration, but with patience, empathy, and a desire to understand. This approach helps to create an open space where emotions are communicated openly without fear of judgment. For example, when tensions arise between spouses, instead of blaming or criticizing each other, Compassion encourages us to listen and understand the feelings and perspectives of the other person. By doing so, we not only resolve conflicts more peacefully, but we also strengthen the bond of trust and respect that forms the foundation of a loving family. Compassion also plays a vital role in the relationship between parents and children. Raising children can sometimes feel overwhelming, especially when they are rebellious, frustrated, or struggling with their own challenges. Buddhist compassion teaches us that instead of reacting harshly, we should try to understand our children's struggles and respond with empathy. When we approach them with patience and kindness, we create an atmosphere where they feel safe to express themselves, learn from their mistakes, and grow into compassionate individuals themselves. Moreover, showing compassion towards our children helps them develop this quality within themselves, which can then be passed on to others as they grow older. Finally, compassion within the family doesn't just mean dealing with difficult situations. It's also about celebrating the joys and successes together. By showing appreciation for one another, offering words of encouragement, and sharing in moments of happiness, we cultivate a sense of gratitude and love that binds the family together. The Buddhist practice of compassion helps us to see our family members as interconnected, reminding us that their happiness and well-being are just as important as our own. Section 2. Maintaining harmony in the family. Maintaining harmony within a family can be challenging, especially when everyone has different needs, desires, and personalities. However, Buddhism offers valuable teachings that help us create an environment of peace and balance, where every member can thrive and feel respected. One of the most important Buddhist principles in maintaining family harmony is the concept of right speech, samavaka. In Buddhism, right speech encourages us to speak truthfully, kindly, and with consideration for others' feelings. This principle is crucial in family relationships, where communication is key to resolving conflicts and avoiding misunderstandings. When we practice right speech, we avoid harsh words, gossip, and criticism. Instead, we speak with mindfulness, choosing words that uplift and encourage rather than tear down. In family life, this means refraining from shouting, blaming, or speaking in anger, especially during times of stress. It also means being mindful of how we communicate our needs and concerns, ensuring that we do so with clarity and respect. When we communicate in this way, we not only create a peaceful atmosphere at home, but also teach our children the importance of thoughtful and loving communication. Another essential Buddhist practice that contributes to family harmony is mindfulness, sati. Mindfulness teaches us to be present in the moment, fully engaged with what is happening around us, rather than being distracted or overwhelmed by our thoughts and emotions. In a family setting, this means being attentive and present when spending time with loved ones, whether we are having a conversation, enjoying a meal together, or simply sharing quiet moments. By practicing mindfulness, we can cultivate a deeper connection with our family members and avoid misunderstandings that arise from being distracted or disconnected. When conflicts do arise, Buddhism offers a gentle yet powerful approach to conflict resolution. Rather than reacting impulsively or letting anger take control, Buddhist teachings encourage us to respond with wisdom and patience. This involves taking a step back, reflecting on the situation, and considering how best to address the issue in a way that promotes understanding and peace. Buddhism teaches us that every conflict is an opportunity for growth and learning. And by approaching challenges with an open heart, we can transform difficult moments into opportunities for deeper connection and harmony. Additionally, the Buddhist emphasis on forgiveness plays a crucial role in maintaining harmony within the family. Holding on to grudges or resentment can create an emotional distance and disrupt the peaceful flow of family life. Buddhism teaches that forgiveness is not about condoning hurtful behavior, but about releasing the emotional burden of anger and resentment, allowing us to heal and move forward. When we forgive, we let go of the past and create space for love and understanding to flourish. In conclusion, maintaining harmony in the family is not about avoiding conflict entirely, but about responding to challenges with wisdom, patience, and mindfulness. By practicing right speech, mindfulness, and forgiveness, we can create a family environment where peace, love, and understanding are the foundation of every relationship. Section 3. The importance of the family as a spiritual unit. In Buddhism, the family is not just a social unit, it is also a spiritual one. Buddhist teachings encourage us to view our families as environments where we can grow, and practice our spiritual path together. The family becomes a sanctuary where we can share our values, deepen our understanding of the teachings, and support each other in living virtuous lives. By creating a spiritually mindful household, we provide our loved ones with the opportunity to cultivate peace, joy, and wisdom on a daily basis. Buddhism teaches that the home should be a place where spiritual practice is not separated from everyday life. Rather than compartmentalizing spiritual activities into a specific time of day, Buddhism encourages us to infuse our daily routine with mindfulness and reflection. For instance, simple practices like offering gratitude before meals, practicing loving kindness, metta, towards one another, or taking a few minutes each day to meditate together can create a sense of spiritual presence in the home. These acts, though small, can greatly contribute to creating a family atmosphere where peace and spiritual growth are prioritized. A key aspect of building a spiritual family unit is teaching children about the values of Buddhism. Rather than forcing children to follow a particular belief, Buddhist teachings encourage us to help them develop their own understanding of compassion, wisdom, and mindfulness. Parents can share stories from the Buddha's life, reflect on the Four Noble Truths, and practice mindfulness activities that help children understand their emotions, cultivate patience, and develop respect for all living beings. This creates a foundation for them to grow into compassionate, mindful adults who can contribute positively to society and maintain healthy relationships with their own families in the future. Additionally, spiritual practices within the family can help reinforce important family values, such as cooperation, respect, and mutual support. In Buddhist teachings, these qualities are seen as integral to creating a harmonious community. When the family practices together, it strengthens the sense of connection between family members, as well as between the family and the larger community. The family becomes not just a place for material support, but also a source of emotional, mental, and spiritual support. By nurturing the spiritual health of the family, we create a safe and loving environment that promotes inner peace and stability. In Buddhist culture, families often engage in shared rituals, such as visiting the temple, making offerings, or performing ceremonies. These practices strengthen the spiritual bonds between family members and offer them the opportunity to reflect on the impermanence of life, the interconnectedness of all beings, and the importance of living ethically. By engaging in these practices together, the families not only strengthen their spiritual understanding, but also their connection to each other. Section 4. Raising children in a loving and mindful environment. Raising children in a Buddhist context is about more than simply teaching them the doctrines of the religion. It is about shaping them into compassionate, vicious, and mindful individuals who can navigate the world with kindness and understanding. Buddhism offers valuable insights into parenting that focus on cultivating emotional intelligence, respect for others, and mindfulness in every aspect of life. One of the most fundamental teachings in Buddhism for raising children is the importance of loving kindness, metta. As parents, showing love and kindness is not limited to providing material needs, but also nurturing the emotional and spiritual well-being of the child. Loving kindness involves being fully present with our children, responding to their needs with patience, and showing them unconditional love. By modeling this quality, parents can teach children the power of empathy and how to create harmonious relationships with others. Buddhism also places great emphasis on right action, sammakamanta, which refers to living in a way that avoids harm and promotes ethical conduct. Parents who wish to raise mindful children can use this principle to guide their behavior and actions. By consistently demonstrating ethical behavior, such as honesty, respect for others, and kindness, parents help children understand the importance of acting with integrity and compassion. In this way, children learn to make choices that are aligned with Buddhist values and to understand the consequences of their actions. Mindfulness is another key principle that can greatly benefit children's development. Encouraging children to practice mindfulness from a young age helps them become more aware of their thoughts, feelings, and actions. Simple mindfulness practices, such as paying attention to their breath, being present in the moment, and reflecting on their feelings, can help children manage stress, develop focus, and increase emotional regulation. Through mindfulness, children become more self-aware and better equipped to navigate the challenges of life with a calm and balanced mind. Buddhism also emphasizes the importance of teaching children about impermanence, anicca. Understanding that life is constantly changing and that nothing is permanent can help children develop resilience and adaptability. When children are taught about impermanence, they learn that both happiness and sadness are temporary states. This understanding fosters emotional stability and helps them navigate the ups and downs of life with equanimity. The Buddhist practice of non-attachment, aparigraha, also plays a crucial role in raising children. Non-attachment encourages us to help our children develop a healthy relationship with material possessions, success, and failure. By teaching them that true happiness does not come from external sources, but from within, children learn to appreciate what they have without becoming overly attached to it. This lesson helps to cultivate gratitude and contentment, preventing the desires and anxieties that often come from a materialistic society. In summary, raising children in a Buddhist environment is about nurturing them into compassionate, mindful, and resilient individuals who can navigate life with wisdom and kindness. By focusing on principles such as loving kindness, mindfulness, ethical behavior, and non-attachment, parents can provide their children with the tools they need to grow into thoughtful, responsible, and emotionally intelligent adults. Section 5. Buddhism and family support systems. In Buddhism, the importance of community is emphasized as a key element of spiritual practice. This sense of interconnectedness is not limited to just the immediate family, but extends to the wider community. The Buddhist concept of Sangha, or the community of practitioners, encourages us to view our families as part of a larger network of support, where spiritual and emotional bonds are nurtured. A supportive family environment, grounded in the values of compassion, mindfulness, and wisdom, not only helps individuals grow spiritually, but also strengthens the entire family unit. The Buddhist community, Sangha, is often seen as a support system where individuals come together to practice, share teachings, and help each other in their spiritual journeys. Likewise, within the family, each member has a role to play in supporting one another's emotional and spiritual growth. In many Buddhist cultures, family members regularly engage in shared activities such as visiting temples, participating in community service, and attending Dharma talks. These practices reinforce the idea that family life is not separate from the spiritual journey. It is an integral part of it. In a supportive family, each member plays a vital role in the well-being of the others. Parents can offer guidance, wisdom, and emotional support to their children, while children can teach parents the values of curiosity and open-heartedness. This mutual exchange creates a nurturing and balanced environment where everyone is encouraged to grow together. Moreover, when families face difficulties or challenges, it is important to remember that they are not isolated in their struggles. Buddhist teachings remind us of the interconnectedness of all beings, and that the support of a loving community, whether through extended family, friends, or spiritual connections, can provide strength during tough times. Buddhism also emphasizes the importance of intergenerational relationships. In many Buddhist cultures, respect for elders is a key aspect of family life. Elders, often viewed as repositories of wisdom and experience, play a central role in providing guidance and teaching younger generations. By maintaining close relationships with extended family members, children learn not only to appreciate the importance of family bonds, but also to respect and care for their elders. This deep sense of respect and interconnection helps to create a harmonious and supportive environment within the family where each member feels valued and cared for. Additionally, seeking guidance from monks or spiritual teachers can provide valuable support for families facing challenges. In times of conflict or distress, Buddhist monks can offer teachings, meditations, and counsel that help families navigate difficult situations. These teachings help foster a sense of peace and clarity, offering families tools to address their struggles with wisdom and compassion. By turning to the Buddhist community for guidance and support, families can find strength in times of need, further strengthening their bonds and commitment to one another. Section 6. Buddhism and family rituals. Family rituals in Buddhism play a significant role in creating a spiritual atmosphere in the home and strengthening familial bonds. These rituals help to cultivate mindfulness, bring family members together, and provide a sense of stability and purpose. In Buddhist traditions, rituals are not just ceremonial acts, but also meaningful practices that deepen the understanding of core Buddhist teachings and allow families to connect on a spiritual level. One of the most common family rituals in Buddhist practice is the offering of incense, flowers, and food to the Buddha or to family ancestors. These offerings are often accompanied by prayers or chants, creating an atmosphere of reverence and gratitude. Through these rituals, family members are reminded of the impermanence of life, the importance of gratitude, and the interconnectedness of all beings. These acts of devotion help cultivate an attitude of mindfulness and reverence, encouraging family members to appreciate each other and the preciousness of life. In many Buddhist homes, daily or weekly practices such as chanting or meditation are central to family life. These practices help to instill a sense of peace and calm, creating a space where family members can come together to focus on their spiritual development. For children, participating in these rituals teaches them the importance of mindfulness and respect for their spiritual traditions. By engaging in meditation or prayer as a family, parents set a positive example of how to integrate spirituality into daily life. Family rituals also provide a structured time for reflection and gratitude. For instance, during Buddhist holidays such as Vesak, Buddha's birthday, families gather to reflect on the teachings of the Buddha, share meals together, and engage in acts of kindness and generosity. These occasions provide an opportunity for family members to reconnect with each other and with the larger Buddhist community. The rituals during these holidays foster a sense of unity and shared purpose, reinforcing the values of compassion, generosity, and mindfulness. Beyond the formal rituals, everyday practices can also be viewed as opportunities for spiritual growth. For example, making offerings before meals, taking a moment of silence before leaving the house, or practicing mindful walking together can all serve as small rituals that bring family members into the present moment and remind them of their interconnectedness. These simple, everyday practices help create a home environment where spirituality is lived and experienced, not just taught or discussed. Buddhism also emphasizes the power of prayer and blessings in family life. Parents can offer prayers for their children's well-being and happiness, asking for guidance and protection from harmful influences. Similarly, family members can pray for the peace and happiness of their community, reinforcing the interconnectedness between the family and the larger world. These prayers and blessings serve as powerful reminders that we are not alone in our journeys and that we are all supported by a greater sense of purpose and interconnectedness. In summary, rituals in Buddhist family life serve as powerful tools for nurturing spiritual growth, strengthening family bonds, and cultivating a peaceful home environment. Whether through formal ceremonies, daily mindfulness practices, or acts of kindness and devotion, these rituals help families stay grounded in the values of Buddhism and create an atmosphere where love, compassion, and wisdom can thrive. Section 7. Buddhism and the practice of patience and forgiveness. Patience and forgiveness are two central pillars in Buddhist teachings, and they play a crucial role in maintaining harmony and emotional well-being within the family. In any family, disagreements, misunderstandings, and mistakes are inevitable. However, it is not the conflict itself that determines the quality of family life, but how we respond to it. Buddhism teaches us that by cultivating patience and forgiveness, we can transform even the most challenging situations into opportunities for growth and deeper connection. Patience, or kshanti, is one of the 6 perfections, paramitas, in Buddhism. It teaches us to accept the impermanent and often difficult nature of life with equanimity. In the context of family life, patience helps us deal with the small irritations, frustrations, and stresses that can arise from living with others. Whether it is dealing with a child's tantrum, a partner's bad day, or a miscommunication that leads to a disagreement, patience encourages us to take a step back, breathe, and approach the situation with calm and clarity. Instead of reacting impulsively or with anger, patience allows us to respond thoughtfully and compassionately. In families, practicing patience also involves learning to respect each person's unique pace of growth and development. Children, for example, are constantly learning and evolving. They may not always behave as we wish, but with patience, we can guide them gently without imposing unrealistic expectations or showing frustration. Similarly, in relationships between spouses or between parents and children, patience is key to accepting each other's differences and supporting one another through the ups and downs of life. Forgiveness is equally important in family life. In Buddhism, forgiveness is not about condoning harmful behavior or ignoring the hurt caused. Rather, it is about letting go of the emotional burden of anger, resentment, and hurt. When we forgive, we free ourselves from the toxic grip of negative emotions, which can poison our relationships and hinder our spiritual growth. Forgiveness allows us to heal and create space for love, understanding, and renewal. In a family, forgiveness is essential for moving forward after conflicts or misunderstandings. When we forgive, we acknowledge that everyone makes mistakes and that holding on to grudges only perpetuates suffering. Instead of clinging to past wrongs, we can focus on building a future based on mutual respect, trust, and compassion. It's also important to teach children the value of forgiveness, showing them how to resolve conflicts peacefully and without animosity. Through forgiveness, families can cultivate an atmosphere of reconciliation and emotional safety, where all members feel supported and understood. The Buddhist practice of loving kindness, metta, further enhances our ability to forgive. By wishing well for others, whether they have wronged us or not, we open our hearts and cultivate goodwill, even towards those who may have hurt us. This practice gradually dissolves resentment and helps to heal emotional wounds, allowing for deeper connection and understanding within the family. In conclusion, patience and forgiveness are essential practices for maintaining harmony and peace in the family. Through patience, we learn to accept imperfections and respond to difficulties with calm and understanding. Through forgiveness, we release the negative emotions that bind us and open ourselves to healing and growth. Together, these practices foster a family environment where love, empathy, and respect can flourish. Section 8. Buddhism and the cultivation of gratitude. Gratitude is a profound and transformative practice in Buddhism, and it plays a vital role in cultivating a positive and loving family environment. Buddhism teaches that the practice of gratitude is not only an acknowledgement of the good things we have in life, but also a recognition of the interconnectedness of all beings and the countless acts of kindness and generosity that sustain us. By cultivating gratitude, we can deepen our appreciation for the present moment, strengthen our relationships, and foster a sense of joy and contentment in our lives. In family life, gratitude can be practiced in both big and small ways. Expressing appreciation for each other's efforts, whether it is for a simple act like making dinner or providing emotional support, helps to create a positive atmosphere at home. By regularly acknowledging each other's contributions, we remind ourselves that every family member plays a valuable role in the household. This practice not only strengthens relationships, but also fosters a sense of mutual respect and support. Gratitude is particularly important when it comes to raising children. Teaching children to express gratitude helps them develop a deeper sense of appreciation for the world around them. From a young age, children can learn to recognize the kindness of others, whether it's a parent, a teacher, or a friend, and express their thanks. This practice teaches them the value of humility and respect, while also fostering a sense of joy and contentment. In Buddhism, gratitude is not just about acknowledging what we have, but also recognizing the transient nature of life and the preciousness of each moment. By practicing gratitude together as a family, we develop a deeper connection to the present and to each other. In addition to expressing gratitude for one another, Buddhism encourages us to be grateful for all of life's experiences, even the challenges. The Buddhist concept of right view teaches us to see all experiences, whether they are pleasurable or painful, as opportunities for growth. When we approach life with a mindset of gratitude, we can find lessons in every experience, cultivating wisdom, patience, and resilience. For example, when a family faces a difficult situation, such as illness or financial stress, instead of focusing on the negative aspects, gratitude encourages us to recognize the support we have within the family and the strength that comes from facing challenges together. Buddhism also teaches that the practice of gratitude helps to reduce attachment and craving, both of which are sources of suffering. By cultivating gratitude for what we have, we can let go of the constant desire for more or for things to be different. This helps to reduce dissatisfaction and increase our overall contentment, both individually and as a family. When we appreciate the present moment and the people we are with, we create a home environment where peace and happiness can thrive. In summary, gratitude is a transformative practice that can enhance every aspect of family life. By expressing appreciation for one another, recognizing the interconnectedness of all beings, and finding joy in the present moment, we create a family environment that is grounded in love, respect, and contentment. Gratitude not only strengthens our relationships, but also deepens our spiritual practice, allowing us to live with greater peace, joy, and fulfillment. Conclusion. In conclusion, the teachings of Buddhism offer profound wisdom that can help us cultivate healthier, more harmonious family lives. From the core principles of compassion, mindfulness, patience, and forgiveness, to the importance of creating a spiritual family unit through shared rituals and values, Buddhism provides us with the tools to nurture loving relationships and foster personal and collective growth. These teachings encourage us to approach our family life not just as a social contract, but as a spiritual practice, where every moment offers the opportunity to cultivate peace, understanding, and compassion. By embracing the Buddhist principles of right speech, right action, and mindfulness, we can resolve conflicts with wisdom, reduce misunderstandings, and build a foundation of trust and respect. Raising children with love, patience, and mindfulness allows them to grow into compassionate, responsible individuals who can carry these values into their own lives and communities. The Buddhist path also reminds us that, through forgiveness and gratitude, we can release the emotional burdens that hinder our relationships and create space for healing and positive transformation. As we navigate the complexities of family life, we can draw on Buddhism's timeless wisdom to create a family environment where love, respect, and mutual support are central. The practices of mindfulness, compassion, and gratitude not only strengthen our personal relationships, but also help us build a family that thrives spiritually, emotionally, and socially. In this way, Buddhism doesn't just teach us how to live better individually, but also how to build stronger, more connected families that contribute to a compassionate and peaceful society. As we conclude, I encourage you to reflect on the teachings of Buddhism and how they can be applied in your own family life. Consider how you can incorporate more compassion, mindfulness, and patience into your daily interactions. Are there moments when you could be more present with your loved ones, listen more deeply, or speak with more kindness? How can you cultivate an atmosphere of gratitude and forgiveness at home? If you're a parent, think about how you can teach your children the values of mindfulness and compassion, not just through words, but through actions. Share with them the wisdom of Buddhist teachings and engage in simple rituals like family meditation, gratitude practices, or discussions on kindness and generosity. These small steps can make a significant impact on their growth and development, shaping them into compassionate individuals. For those who are not parents, reflect on how you can contribute to family harmony and spiritual growth within your own circle of influence. Whether through practicing patience with relatives, offering support during difficult times, or simply being a loving presence, your actions can make a difference in fostering peace and connection. Ultimately, the goal is to build a family environment where everyone feels loved, understood, and supported. By integrating the teachings of Buddhism into your family life, you can create a space where spiritual growth, kindness, and love flourish, laying the foundation for lasting happiness and fulfillment for all members. Thank you for joining me in exploring how Buddhism can improve family life. I invite you to share your thoughts, experiences, or any questions you may have in the comments. Let's continue this journey together, supporting each other as we build compassionate, harmonious families.